Hello again. Welcome to Hotelier with the Accent, room 107. I know on the previous conversations we had guests that they had 20, 30, 40, 50 years of experience. But what is happening about the new generation? What is happening about people that they are coming to the hospitality very recently, correct?
Correct.
Today I have with me Dayana. Welcome, Dayana.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
It's a big pleasure to hear your part of the history of how hospitality is evolving.
Wow. Yeah, I'm actually excited to be able to be here and share something from
Well,
my humble experience.
very humble. Well, uh, Diana, you are in hospitality for how long?
Approximately for 5, 6 years, maybe something like that.
So even if you are the new blood in hospitality, you
Mm.
are having 6 years of experience. Very good.
Yeah, it's a bit of everything. I mean, I started with tourism companies, then I changed to telecommunications, and then now hospitality. This is like a bit of everything, but it was still involving, hospitality and tourism, I guess.
As you know, we are hotelier with the accent.
Mm.
So I hear your accent.
Mm.
Where are you coming from?
Wow, I come from Colombia. Colombia.
From Colombia, so far, far away from Malta, right?
Mm-hmm. Very far. Yeah.
What are you doing here and how you end up here?
Well, that's a very good question. I listen to this question like every day, let's say,
I'm sure.
because they say this really far. But it's not the farthest that I have been, honestly. Like
Uh-huh.
the first time I left my country, I went all the way to Qatar, to the Middle East.
Oh,
So, yeah,
too hot there, right?
exactly. So I was working there in a hotel. And I mean, I really like it. It was a really nice experience to open up and like, to be more like global or something like that. Yeah, I just wanted to have the experience abroad, my country. And then I came to Malta just because I wanted to come to Europe because I feel more like, I don't know, with the culture here, I feel a bit more,
It's your mobile.
that's not mine. That's certainly not mine.
Mobile service. Okay. So let's go back from you said say that I came from to Europe. Okay.
Yeah. So then I came to Europe. I mean, I just wanted to explore this part of the world, let's say, just because I feel like the culture here it was matching a bit more.
So you left your country very young, right?
Mm-hmm.
At what age?
Uh, 22. Well,
20, 22?
22. Yeah.
I'm so jealous. I left Greece and I went not that far. I went just to UK when I was already 29.
Mm.
So that's amazing that you did this step very, very young.
I don't know. I still feel like I could have lived younger.
Younger.
So yes, I feel like I was already like almost missing my train to do this, I guess.
Believe me, it's not. And this is what I want to share with everyone that is listening and watching us,
Mhm.
that is never too late. Okay.
It is never too late.
Because I had people that even now my age, a bit more than 25, they told me like, oh, but now I already had my steps and I lost the train. And it's like,
Mhm.
no, when you feel that you need to grow, just do the step.
That's true. It takes a lot of courage, let's say. That's what I listen all the time from my family because they are always like so proud of me, but they are always like, "You're being very courageous to do this."
You were afraid when you left?
Honestly, no. I think that all my when I was a teenager, since I was still in university, it was kind of a dream as well to explore and to go abroad because I'm always like fond of getting to know different cultures. So I think that really keeps me all the time like never being afraid of going out. It was just like, okay, let's explore. Let's just have a new adventure. Let's just get out of this comfort zone, something like that. It really gets
Impressive,
me.
impressive. What was the struggle that you faced all the years abroad, or you never thought about it? It was like, it's a challenge.
I never thought about it before leaving. I was just like excited about the new adventure, let's say. Obviously, when you already go abroad, it's a bit more complicated because you get to know another version of yourself that you were never used to before.
And
Uh,
evolving.
exactly,
You never
especially
be the
that.
same.
Exactly. No, I'm sure right now if I go back home, I don't feel myself there, like still my home, but it's like you don't belong anymore there just because already you are more like you belong to the world, let's say, something like that. I don't know if that actually sounds good, but
No, no, no. Is the whole journey that is happening and should be tested, like should be tried by everyone, I think,
I
because
do believe so. It's actually a very nice experience, even if we I mean we manage to go back home and or used to stay abroad or because we always have I always have my home in Colombia. I just don't see myself over there. Uh, Many things, honestly. But the thing is, just having the experience to be abroad at least 1 year, I think is the best thing that can happen to someone because you get to learn a total different world that you are so used to, and as you say, you evolve because sometimes when we are just staying in your comfort zone, it's just like you don't get to see many things, but then when you go abroad, then you get to know that there's another world outside and you learn a bit from them. I think it also comes to the part of all, even in the empathy, like you get to put yourself in others just because you get to know them a bit more. Like when you are there, you have many, I don't know.
problem. And
Sorry.
I don't know if you felt it because I don't. This is coming. I'm now 13 years away from Greece. That I live permanent, and something that is coming is you learn uh, to appreciate the things back there. Like
That's true.
I'll tell you the food, for example, uh, the family, the conversations that you have with your friends, all these. If you are there on your comfort zone, maybe are in front of your eyes, but you don't see them.
That's for sure. It actually happened with my family because I used to be like more reactive, let's say, in the sense that maybe I was not like receiving the advices in the best way or these things. When we are still in this teenage, yeah, that we are
I
rebel.
don't remember anymore.
But you know that we are like kind of rebel, so you don't want to listen to others. But then when you're out, it happened with even specifically with my mom, let's say. We even get a better relationship after this because it was like, I mean, what's the point to be like fighting or any of these things if you are really like so far? So
You
I don't
you see
know.
the things that the simpler things.
Exactly, exactly. So you get, as you say, you get to appreciate a bit more when you are like abroad. I don't know. It really happened. And
So
with the food as well, I got you
yes.
completely, completely.
Do you see yourself going back?
I don't see myself right now going back only for vacations, to be fair. I received this question many times from many people, and it's like, I don't know, maybe later on, obviously with the years, because I'm still young, who knows if I might change my mind later on, but so far I just see myself just going home as that place that you will always belong to, but it's like, okay, it's home, and I like to go there because it's gonna make me feel good and in peace and with my people, but I don't see myself progressing there, let's say. I mean, a
But
bit of
at
the
least for now. Or maybe you go back, build
exactly.
your own hotel.
I mean, who knows? Maybe that's actually a good idea. I'll take it.
Uh, Now that you told me that you work in three different continents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see differences between uh, Latin America, between uh,
Middle East.
Europe, Middle East?
I do actually. Maybe Latin America and Europe. I mean, obviously, Latin America is very different, third world country, but it's a bit more similar. Also, like even culture, mindset, and even you can see it in the service. Another thing was when I went to Middle East. That's another world. Like I am also even impressed about the level of customer service that they have over there. Like it's unbelievable. Like obviously let us talk about four-star hotel or five-star hotel, luxury hotel. It's very demanding because the people that the guests that we receive in those hotels are very demanding. So the level and the expectations are really high. So they really, really, I mean, they really focus, or at least in the hotel I was working, they really focus a lot in providing a really good service. And you see it in the really in the small details. That when I came here compared to Malta, let us say that it was a bit of a shock for me, because it was like, okay,
Something is missing.
exactly. I was already used to all the small details and these things, and here it's more like, okay, yes, we care, but not too much. Or maybe it's not about caring. I'm not really sure if that's the word, but to be fair, over there, the level of service is wow, it's unbelievable.
And that's why I said in previous episodes also, because always I give advice to managers and CEO. I said that please invest and hire people that they tested other cultures and other level, even if it's lower or even if it's higher, because you tested something that is different from here. So your input to the ecosystem of the economy here and
Mhm.
the service, it's gonna contribute to improve.
I totally agree with that. Like when I came here, obviously I saw some things. I mean, before I was working in hotel, I was working in a restaurant. So at the beginning, I mean, my 2 years, let's say, I was working as a waitress. So I really learned a lot about the catering and all of this. And now that I came to the front desk, it's a bit more different, but at the same time, I think I kept that much this attention to detail from there. That I'm always like checking the small things. I don't know if it's just me or it's because I also complemented with all the knowledge that I get there as well. It can
I
be
think it's a mix. It's a mix.
mixed.
It's what you get, what fresh you get from here, and what you the packets that you're coming with.
Exactly.
And now I'm going to how you see hospitality, uh, because you are the new blood in the operation, and I'm sure you see a lot of people that have been here in quite few years.
Mhm.
Do you see a gap between your generation and their generation?
I do. Let's see if I can actually put it in a good way because I'm not really sure how to explain myself in this topic. Uh, but I think there are really good things and also bad things from both generations. The good thing of the old generation, let's say, is obviously the
Don't
knowledge that
say
they have.
old because I'm there, and say previous one.
That generation.
Yes.
But I must just say that obviously the years and the experience give you a lot of knowledge and let's say again experience. So obviously you came already with a way to do the things, which is not bad, but the thing is like it's more difficult for them to adapt to new changes or new things. And that's from the opposite side of the new generation is that they are more adaptable, like the adaptability is like because we already grow in a world that is already like constantly changing. So for us it's more, let's say it's a bit easier to adapt to new things.
Do you, when you have ideas, and okay, you can say in general from your circle, when you or someone that you know they propose something as an idea, as a notice, as a feedback to the system that exists already,
Mhm.
do you see an acceptance or you see a resistance?
But you mean where I work on in
In
general?
yes, in your work, yes, in the work environment.
Yeah, I mean, in the work environment that I am right now, I feel is pretty much open compared to other places I have been, because I have been in other places where you feel like you cannot even speak up or say anything because they will take it wrong, or it's like, no, you want to play smart and these things. I feel here where I'm working, when I'm currently working, it's a bit more like open. I mean, at least they are gonna listen to you.
Mhm.
From that point to actually doing something about it, there is a bit of a gap,
Yes.
but still you feel that there is some sort of, caring and listening about what you're thinking, what you thought. And even though maybe later on it can be it can be a result of something, it can be like,
I'm telling you from the other side to tell you that in general we are afraid, even though we pass from your point that we were there, see some things that they are not correct or the way we like it, and we are proposing. And now that we spent some years in hospitality, we see that changes sometimes there are two ways. They're all radical, like when you really have a problem and you need to solve it now,
mm-hmm.
that you're chopping heads or you change people in one day after the other, or you go step by step, that it is a much better approach, but it takes more time.
It does. It does. I mean, I in that sense, I am kind of in the middle, because I do not agree with the old generations, but I also don't agree with the new generations, because it's like you, like I do believe that it does take time, but it's better if you're doing it step by step, because you make sure that the information is properly shared, let's say, and then you will make sure that the results that you want to get, they are gonna be, like, it's gonna be good. Because if you do the things just from one day to another, or just like straight away, straightforward, it's like, it does, it's, you are saving some time, yes, but you might risk the results that you want to get at doing this. So it's a bit of a balance. In this case, I like both approach, but I prefer to have, like, a bit of a
Yes.
balance. It's like,
Not
okay,
too long.
not too long, but at the same time not just rushing, because when you are rushing the things and you're not taking the time to actually analyze it or do it like properly, then you are not you're not getting the results that you want.
Perfect. Now, I want to ask, what are the dreams of new generation? Like a person like you that you start your career very early, that you travel abroad, that uh, what do you think? Like where you see yourself in 10 years? I know it's a question of an interview.
Ugh. That's the most scary question I always hear.
Do the new generation know what they want to do?
I think for us it's a bit more difficult. I mean, I think it was more structured back then. Now with all the changes, it really costs us a lot to project ourselves in like that long, because you already know that there are many changes. So even if you project right now for 5 years, it can something change. So it is more difficult. I'm not saying that we don't have to do it, because actually that's the way to achieve something, is
Yes, you
to
need to have
set goals.
targets. Yes.
Exactly. You have to have targets, you have to set goals. But I think as a generation, I'll just say I'm not really sure. Maybe some of my generation will disagree with me. But I think for us it's a bit more difficult.
There are some TikToks and videos
I'm really
going
not
around.
good with TikTok, so
No, no, I'm saying that uh, they say your generation is giving up so easy because they have a lot of options.
that's the thing. It and actually I was having some sort of conversation about this before. I do not agree. I might say that in this case I am not from this generation, because I really don't like this approach. But it is. It's just because we already have so many options. Like technology and all of that is coming up, it's making you feel like you have everything in hand, and if something it doesn't work, let's say, you can just
Change it.
change it, you know. So
So you don't invest a lot.
exactly, exactly. And that really happens with mm, everything, pretty much everything right now. But in my case, I do disagree. I do believe that we can still, like, I don't know how to put that in words right now. Like, my mind is like giving so many talks right now, but I got your point, and I do completely disagree with that.
So you need to put a bit passion on the work.
I do put passion in a lot of pretty much everything what I do, but I think it's just something of me. Like, I am just like that. I'm very passionate when I'm doing whatever I'm doing, even if it's with my
Maybe it's
job.
the Latin DNA.
Can be. You already have some Latino people
A lot, a lot, a
around
lot.
you,
Actually,
around
I'm
you.
very happy that I never like I said I moved out of Greece when I was 29.
Mm,
By that time, I never traveled outside of Greece,
mm.
so not even to go a country around.
Wow.
So going out of this, I was super happy to meet people from other countries.
Mhm.
And when I came to Malta and I start meeting people from Colombia, from Argentina, from Venezuela, I was like, wow, look at them. I never expect. And it's super exciting because, you know, you see their fears, you see their confidence there, you see the plan, you see what they have done through. And I'm super happy also, again, that you came here and you say this because it's not to everyone to meet people from
Mm.
different cultures.
It is. I mean, I still have some friends that they are always telling me like they are so proud of me, or like that they wish to do this, but at the same time they will be like, I don't think if I will be able to do it. Like, it's not for everyone.
It's a big
It is not for everyone, that's for sure. But it pays well. It pays well, and I'm not talking about money wise right now. I'm just talking about all the things that you can learn, all the experiences that you can get from something like this. It's priceless.
unique.
It's priceless. It's unique.
Going back to a question that I always do on our episodes, I want to ask you about your involvement and your expertise with technology.
Ooh.
Oh, don't do this. Don't do. Today I was talking with one of your colleagues, and I told them, can you open instead of Google Chrome to open an Internet Explorer?
Hmm.
And they didn't know. And I was like, you are 22 years old. It's not possible. You don't know how to do it. And it's very funny because I was raised with a green and blue screen on the computer
Yeah. Okay.
years ago. And you grow up in technology.
Hmm.
So from early age, a lot of kids nowadays, they have mobiles, they have tablets, they have, and it's always curious for me to understand how it's sometimes is not involved or didn't happen. How is your view on this? Your generation is growing up inside technology.
Mm. Well, it does really, let's say, it makes easy many things, like work-wise or even educational-wise. Like, the fact that we have more information right now, and it's more accessible, the information right now
Yes,
for us.
access information. Yeah,
I love it. I love it. But the thing is, it's really disconnecting us a bit. I mean, maybe I'm not that part of the really young generation that will agree with me in this. That's why I'm in the middle. Because I do love, obviously, since I've been growing up with technologies, I found myself like I can do many things with technology, and especially right now with the AI. It's even when I was coming to work in this hotel, and I started using some AIs that I was not using before. At the beginning, I felt myself like,
that's something new.
that's something new. It's like, why? Then I realized how important was, like, for my job specifically, because it really makes me save time, and I could do many other things. I could focus myself in other things instead of only the same task that right now it takes me really less to do it.
Does it make, do you believe that AI and this kind of technology makes people lazy?
I think it really depends of the people, because it does help a lot, but at the same time, if people are not using it properly, it's like any tool.
Mhm.
It's like any tools. If the people doesn't use it properly, obviously
It's not gonna be,
it's not gonna be
it's not value.
exactly. I have seen many people, many young ones, like younger than me, using it in the wrong way, and it's really sad because I mean, you have the information, and you should use it for, like for knowledge but not to feel like yeah, you don't have to do anything else because it's already there. I do disagree with that part. Like I'm not maybe that part of that young generation that for them is like, I mean, if it's already there and you can do it. No, I like to put a bit more of thought, a bit more of like, this
To analyze it,
critical
yeah.
thought, to analyze the things. Maybe I am just like that. Maybe I'm just not part of my generation anymore because I think this will sound more for
Imagine
future
if we cancelled
generation.
because of this. And now, last question before we close is, all these years that you are traveling, you change jobs and you're progressing your career. What are the things that motivate you? Or is it like a person, like you have some people that you say that, I want to be there.
Mm.
Or there are situations you're like, you know what, I want to have a big house or I want to have a big car. Or is something more, I don't know.
Mm.
Uh,
I don't have like a person I will say that I do follow. I think my passion or my motivation it really comes from all this dream of traveling the world. It might sound a bit mainstream, but I do love this part of like traveling, but more than just knowing the places, but as I say, the cultures.
mm.
I am very curious of getting to know the new cultures just to get to understand why they do the things they do, why they think the things they think, why, you know. So I think that's really it has been always my passion since I was like teenager. Like I always want to go to small villages or cultures to get to know a bit more history or why they behave the way they behave. So my motivation actually comes from that side.
I share a part of this motivation myself
Hmm.
because also I was unsettled with what I knew already. So I knew the pattern of the people around me,
Hmm.
and some of them are nice, some of them are I don't like them, but I would say that, is it only this? Like,
Exactly. It cannot be only this, right? That's what I thought as well. It cannot be
and it's
only
not.
this.
You
It's not.
people out there, this is not the
It is
only
not.
thing. It's not the only reality you live.
That's true. That's true.
Travel. Um, First of all, now closing the episode, I want to thank Diana
Thank
uh,
you.
again for giving all these different point of view, because uh, is every kind of, as you said, information coming from everywhere, and it's good to know a lot of sides of the history.
Totally.
So again, I hope we arrange soon a trip to Colombia, because I've never been to Latin America, and it's also a dream of me to be there.
You are more than welcome.
Okay, perfect. Now we need to,
Now it's
I need,
recorded.
we have a contract. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, to follow, and share our episodes with everyone. Please do write any kind of questions you can have, because it's good to see what people are thinking. And see you again next Tuesday at early morning with the next episode and the next guest. Thank you. Bye.